What's up? You're watching Interviews with Alternative Indians. Today we have Handsome Ghost. Would you guys introduce yourselves?
Yeah, I'm Eddie.
Tim, thanks so much for having us.
Yeah, of course. So I actually saw you guys 3 years ago in Philadelphia with Mr. Wives and Borns. So you guys have grown a lot since then. Now you have your debut album out. Can you guys tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, that's really cool, first off. I feel like we've grown a lot since that first tour. So it's been hopefully like a productive 3 years for us.
Yeah.
And I feel like this first album is kind of like the culmination of a lot of growth for us. Yeah, I just kind of feel like we've grown as people and grown as musicians, and like hopefully you can hear that in this album that we just released.
Yeah. What encouraged the name Welcome Back, and how'd you guys decide on the album cover?
You can speak to the cover.
Yeah, so the album art we got done by an illustrator named Daru Shin, who's he's one of my best childhood friends actually. And,
Really?
Yeah, and we just sent him the album like kind of in a pretty rough form. Sent him some of the important lyrics that we thought should be kind of highlighted, and he came back with a few options, and the one we chose was our favorite, but really all of them could have worked. So.
Nice. Yeah, we really love the look of it, especially the lights in it. For some reason, it gives me like a really nostalgic feel.
He like captured visually the album so well, and
Yeah.
it kind of like feels like the songs, which is really neat.
I agree with
So-
that.
You did good.
So tell us a little bit about the name Welcome Back.
So the name Welcome Back, to be totally honest with you, was what, like when I was first writing songs for Handsome Ghost, like just as the band was becoming an actual band,
Right.
I wanted to call whatever I released, it was just me at that point, Welcome Back. I think it was because I had just taken a little break from music. Like I had kind of wavered or considered the idea of like trying something different. So like when it came time to release our album, that always stuck in my head from years and years ago. I guess it wasn't that long ago, but
For me, it's almost as if like you're welcoming us back into your sound. Like, hey, you haven't heard from us in a while, and now welcome back to our music, and
yeah,
here we are with a fresh new album.
I like that. It's
Yeah.
kind of open for interpretation too, as
Yeah.
is much of our music.
Your top track is Fool on iTunes and Spotify. Could you tell us a little bit about that song and why you think it's doing so well?
That song, I think people respond to it just because of how intimate it is. Compared to the rest of the album, it's pretty stark, and we actually tried that song in a few different ways, producing it like a lot, a little, and in different ways, and we just kept going back to the acoustic stripped down, and I think
Nice.
the rawness of it really helps, and the lyrics obviously are pretty impactful, I think. So.
That one's been fun, at least for me, to play live too, just because it is so different from the rest of the songs on the album. And it kind of depends night to night what kind of mood the crowd's in, but sometimes like if it's like a real like attentive listening room, people will be like really, you can just kind of hear that people are connecting with it. So yeah, that one came out really well. I'm glad that people are listening to it.
We want to know, what's the first album you guys have ever owned, and why would it be of importance to you?
Oh gosh, I can't remember. The first album was my family owned, like when we first got our CD player, were Green Day, Dookie, and
Nice.
Smash by The Offspring. So pretty hip family, I'd say.
Yeah,
Very
absolutely.
Yeah.
I had a Chumbawamba album
Nice.
and the Smash Mouth album.
Oh,
Yeah.
classic, dude.
Yeah. I can't say, and no disrespect to either of those bands, but I can't say that they have a tremendous influence on our music now.
Yeah.
Besides musically and lyrically.
Musically and lyrically.
Yeah.
Other than that. But yeah, I remember saving up my cash and going down to the old Strawberries in Massachusetts and picking those two up.
Nice. So, if you could play anywhere in the world, where would you play and why?
Country or
Country, venue, states, anywhere.
Okay.
Your dream place to play.
That's a good one.
Yeah. I think the venue that I want to see the most, I don't know if I necessarily want to play there, but is Red Rocks in Colorado. Just a beautiful, beautiful place. I just want to hear how it sounds too.
Yeah.
So
That's a good one. I think one thing that we're really looking forward to is our first European tour. That's a goal
Yeah.
that we're working towards, and it's something that I think we'd really like to see happen in hopefully the near future. But really, I would love to travel to any of those cities. Most of them I've never been, so it would be so great to like have a reason to go over there and play our music and be tourists, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Have you guys ever been to Europe before?
I've been to Europe, but not for playing shows.
For music.
Yeah, I went
Not yet.
briefly for not yet. I went briefly for an old job. So.
Okay, cool. Cool. So you were an English teacher before, way before you started your music career, but you said that you used to play open mics and stuff when you were an English teacher. Did you ever play for your students, or did they ever come to see you?
I brought a guitar in like one time, I think, and it was a minor disaster.
Really?
Yeah, they were not feeling it. I don't think any of them have ever come out to see me play, but that kind of makes sense. Like I kept that pretty quiet.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still in touch with a few of them.
Oh yeah?
I keep tabs, make sure that everybody's hopefully doing well and having success. But yeah, those were like, that feels like kind of a different world at this point.
Yeah. So to wrap it up, we just want to know, what do you guys have planned next?
We've got an acoustic EP coming out pretty soon.
Oh yeah?
And that's mostly album tracks. I think there's one new one. And then we'll be on the road a lot this year, hopefully. So
Awesome.
Back in the spring. And
Just, like we're happy with the record's out, and now it's kind of on to the next. So we got the acoustic EP, working on new music when we get home, and hopefully spending a lot of time in our big dumb van.
Yeah.
yeah, that guy right there.
Pretty soon, maybe it'll be an RV.
Yeah. We'll see. We like the van, but we'll see.
Yeah. Hey guys, if you enjoyed this interview, you can go ahead and click the subscribe button in the top left corner, and you can check out our other interviews on the right in the other boxes. You can also find us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.